Good morning, Facebook family. Welcome to episode 16 of Wednesday Wins. I'm your host, Jason Teeters, and I'm so glad you could join me today. Today, our topic is around the ultimate lifestyle secret, right? And I was trying to think of a way to sort of present this to everybody. What up, Rob? Glad you're here, man. Welcome. The 239 is in the building. So I was trying to think of a way to talk about the ultimate lifestyle secret and give you an understanding of what it is or the best way to sort of approach it. The ultimate lifestyle secret is the power of self-confidence. I know it sounds crazy, but it really comes down to individuals building their self-confidence. And so today on Wednesday Wins, I really want to talk to you just sort of the idea of self-confidence and the power of self-confidence, give you an understanding of how I've used self-confidence in my life to sort of grow as an individual, as a parent, as a business leader, and then just tell a little story. So today should be a good day, good episode, so I'm looking forward. Let's jump right in. So self-confidence is not something that holds me back. I feel that I can make choices and decisions without any fear of concern, right? Or that it's not going to happen successful. Now, that's not to say that every decision I make is successful, but I realize that even by trying to move closer, then I'm getting a higher level of confidence. So what do I mean by that? A good example is I didn't always have a high level of self-confidence. I think for a lot of us, we know that. But there was areas I did. So when I was younger, I had a lot of self-confidence in my ability to play sports and football and track. It was one of those things that intuitively just worked for me. And I ended up being able to play college football and move on with that. But it was something that I just sort of got in a rhythm and I could do. And I think we all have sort of these things in our lives where we're like, man, it just works for us, right? It just happens. And those are the things that we want, right? For a lot of us, our belief in self-confidence, what up, Tyler? Our belief is that we should be able to try something and be perfect at it. And that's not ultimately true. So for me, football and track and sports just sort of came intuitively. But what didn't was education. And I think for myself, only speaking for myself, there was a lot of fear and anxiety around my ability of thinking that I was smart enough or intelligent enough. And so because of that, I compared myself to others that probably had a natural talent for education or learning. And I also didn't put forth the effort. So a combination of those two things sort of diminished my confidence in being able to learn, being able to be successful. And I think for a lot of us, we sort of get in that aspect, whether it be in other parts of our life, where if we're going to try something, we want to know that we're going to be successful. And that's not self-confidence, right? The definition of self-confidence is literally the idea of having a successful outcome of trying and practicing and moving forward each step to have that successful outcome. So for example, as we talk about education, I went through most of my young childhood believing that I was a terrible learner, that I just couldn't cut it, that education wasn't right for me. And I was blessed to be able to go to college on an athletic scholarship. And there I learned, I started having a joy for learning. I started to figure out what made me happy and the things I wanted to learn. And that was difficult because at that moment I recognized all the different things that I missed out on in high school, the things I didn't learn, the things I didn't pay attention to because of my lack of belief or the idea that I was able to be able to learn these things. And over time, as I started to practice, as I got through each class, each homework assignment, each paper, lo and behold, I graduated with a bachelor's degree. That was awesome. I was super excited. And I told myself I would never get back into education. And years later, I became a teacher. And then from there, I got a master's degree in psychology from the Chicago School. And the reason why I tell this story is that I now have a confidence in myself that anything that I don't know, I will learn. And that's the ultimate lifestyle secret, is building your self-confidence, right? If you don't know something, try to learn it. Take it step by step. See, often people confuse self-esteem with self-confidence, and those are two totally different things, right? The only way you build self-confidence is by moving forward and taking the steps day in and day out. So, for example, we weren't born able to walk, right? There was a natural fear. We started to crawl. We started to flip over, actually. Then we started to crawl. And then our parents put little things in our way so we could sort of fall from place to place. And then before you knew it, you were able to walk. And every day you got more confident and you became more experienced. And the next thing you know, you started running. And then you started sprinting. And this is a great example of self-confidence, and you see it throughout our life. You see it for the people that discovered America, right? Boats came over, they couldn't get here, and they tried again. They learned from their mistakes, and they tried, and they tried, and they tried. You see the way that the Edison in building the light bulb, right? He didn't get it right the first time. He made mistakes, and he learned from his mistakes, and every time he tried something different, he built his self-confidence. And so, in a world that we live in now where things are constantly changing, we have, calling out my boy Tyler here, we got Bitcoin and blockchain, we got the economy, we got coding, we got social media, right? There's so much out there that for a lot of us, it's so much easier to say, well, that's not for me. I can't do it, so I'm not going to try. And the secret, the ultimate lifestyle secret that I've been talking about today is the idea that you have to try. You have to move forward. You have to try to take the first step. And after the first step comes the second step. And you create action. You create momentum, right? And that shoots your confidence up. Right? I mentioned it before in just doing these Wednesday wins. I told myself that I needed to get better at this. And my goal is that every episode helps me get better. Every time I'm on this, in front of this camera, I'm trying to give you content that you can use, that you can implement day in and day out. All right? And you have to go there. And I love that, Tyler, took you 5 months of no sleep to learn it. Right? When people are dedicated to learning something, when you see a potential, you have to dive right in, and that learning becomes sort of this cross you bear. And as you get through the other side, you realize it wasn't as bad. The next thing you know, people are coming to you, Tyler, or people are coming to Rob or other individuals out there to say, man, how did you do that? How did that happen? And all of a sudden, you become someone that's teaching or educating others. And I think it's important for you to understand that when it comes to the power of confidence, when it comes to designing the life that you want, it starts with action, right? And that's why I gave examples of first time walking, coming here to America, the first time Edison built a light bulb. You can imagine the first time you got your driver's license, right? At 14, 15, you're learning about it. You're watching your parents drive. You're reading the books. You're taking the driving class. And then all of a sudden, it's your opportunity. And where did your parents let you go? They didn't let you go far, right? Maybe a block or two. And then after that, they let you go a little bit farther. And now you have the freedom to drive across the country. Because you understand the concept. It becomes second nature, right? And so the goal of the ultimate goal to anything that you're trying in 2018 comes with building confidence, right? It doesn't come from comparing yourself to others, and you have to understand you can't just walk into a situation and be the best. There's people that can, but for a lot of us, we have to bust our butt and we have to try and we have to work our ass off. And so for everybody that's in earshot, everybody share this with, make sure they understand that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay not to know, right? Don't confuse self-confidence with self-esteem, right? You have to put forth the effort. You have to take the first step. And then you have to readjust, okay? That didn't work. How can I make it better? How can I learn faster? How can I become stronger? How can I understand more, right? We have everything out at our fingertips, you know? GTS, as my friend says, Google that emoji poop sign, but that's what it comes down to, right? Build the habits, right? Move forward, take the steps, and you build confidence. And building confidence in trying something is the ultimate secret, lifestyle secret. Because you don't know what that leads to. You don't know what learning about Bitcoin may lead to in 20, 30 years from now. You don't know what learning about Facebook and being able to code and being able to market. You don't know how that may affect us in the future. And so we have to learn. We have to keep moving and progressing forward, and that's how we build confidence to try new things. That's how we build confidence to be leaders in the future. That's how we build confidence to reach our goals, right? We say this all the time. If you're trying to lose weight in 2018, you can't jump out the gate and be like, I'm only eating 3 times a day, 715 calories, and I'm going to the gym at 5 a.m., noon, and 4 p.m. It's not sustainable. You haven't built the confidence yet to say that I'm the individual that can do that. And so the thing that I want people to understand is that I want you to get to that promised land. I want you to have the life that you want. I want you to create it. I want you to understand what it takes to create it. And for you to do that, you have to understand that you have to move in levels, right? You can't go from 0 to 100 without going through the other 99 degrees. Right? You can't do that. So you have to tick it up so you build your confidence and you're able to move forward and you're able to change the world. And so today, just to recap, the ultimate lifestyle secret is the power of self-confidence and building that self-confidence, and the idea that it doesn't happen overnight. We didn't learn how to ride a bike overnight. We didn't learn how to walk overnight. And we sure in the hell are not going to be able to get ourselves the life we want overnight. And so as you listen to this and as you think about the things that you want to accomplish for your life, what are the first steps that you have to take care of? Yes, it's so true. You know, Rob, we can be impatient. But what I tell people when it comes to being impatient, it's just the idea that we're building something sustainable, right? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the guy that made $1 million and lost it in 5 years? Or do you want to be the Warren Buffett, right? That's the ultimate goal, right? The people can make judgments, and that's why I say I have no fear of making decisions and moving forward, because I'm the only person that controls my life. And there's going to be people that's going to say, oh, what is he doing? Why is he on Facebook Live doing these Wednesday wins? What is it all about? And then 5, 10, 12 years from now, you know, when I'm flying around the world, and they're like, how did he do that? I'm like, hey, go back to my Wednesday wins, episode 1 through 16, 1 through 20. And I'm glad you're watching me, man. That's so awesome. And so those are the type of questions that I like to answer. So anytime people have questions, go ahead and shoot them in, because I think that's what I want to open up to, are those sort of ideas and this impatience and things like that. So true, Tyler. If anybody gets a chance, check out Tyler's quote about impatience in the stock market, and that's the long game. And that's the key to overall happiness, is you got to play the long game. You got to invest in yourself, right? you got to make sure you make the right decisions at the right time. Making decisions out of frustrations, out of being impatient, just sort of backs you into a corner. And it eliminates the options that you have anytime after that. So my ultimate goal is to create an overall best you, so you can share a better self with everyone else. So thanks once again for listening. I appreciate everybody so much. You can follow me, Jetsetstate, on Facebook. You can go to my website, Jetsetstate, to get more content, information, blogs, things that I like to share. And by all means, pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on. Build the confidence. Do the things that you want to do, and enjoy the life you have been given. I'm Jason Teeters with Jetsetstate. This is Wednesday Wins, the ultimate lifestyle secret, the power of self-confidence. Have a great Wednesday. Have a great day. I'm out.